So my analogy for menopause is kind of like a game of telephone. So your brain makes two hormones, LH and FSH. FSH is an acronym for follicle stimulating hormone. So those communicate to your ovaries. Your ovaries then start making follicles in order to ovulate. During that process, then they make estrogen and progesterone. The estrogen and progesterone communicates to the uterus, and the estrogen and progesterone are then responsible for developing the endometrial lining, which is what sloughs off when you have a menstrual cycle. For women with your ovaries, when we're born, we have a set number of cycles or eggs that we are born with. We know that sometimes they're predestined to stop cycling because there's only a certain number of times you're going to ovulate and have eggs to be able to do that. So your brain doesn't know that though, and so it keeps putting out extra FSH essentially. The brain's essentially going into overdrive trying to get the ovaries to work and can't figure out why they aren't responding. So they put out more and more of their hormones, the FSH. So once in a while, the ovaries will respond. They'll, make some estrogen, progesterone. You may ovulate, but you can see where the ovaries aren't necessarily responding like the brain is telling them to anymore. So you get sporadic periods. You get time periods where you'll have a burst of estrogen and progesterone, and then you won't, and that accounts for some of the changes in, hot flashes, maybe some lability and mood, and definitely irregularities in your period. I think that's the best way to kind of explain that. Sometimes they'll just kind of try and kick in and work, and you'll have kind of some signs of menstruating like you used to, or maybe the hot flashes aren't as bad, but it's because of that kind of breakdown in the telephone system, essentially.